You get the guy.
You know what?
With the real numbers. I'm gonna do
Eagles there. It's gonna be awesome.
He said David cash happing the rest.
Alright, I guess we're starting.
To be first and 10 for the South. Welcome to the club. Pass complete, number 88. First down. Number 23 on the carry. 2-yard gain, second and 8.
Ready?
Yeah.
And we're back live here for the finale of the NUC Showcase in New Smyrna Beach Sportsplex. This is the NUC Sports Senior Game, featuring only seniors between the north and the south. And we are underway here, getting a late start. There's 13:45 left in the game, no score. South starts with the ball, and they have a second and 8. And it's number 5, who's the quarterback. He's going to throw it.
Pass incomplete.
So we are
Intended for number 15.
Find us live on Facebook, NUC's Facebook site, or on YouTube. And for combines, go to NUCsports.com. There is a handoff. There's a fumble on the play, picked up by South, so that's going to push him back.
23 on the carry, he fumbles. It's recovered by number.
There's a flag down on that play as well.
Possibly holding on the offense.
It's going to push him back even further.
Yeah.
So it should be about 3rd and 20 upcoming. The ball's at the
Way back there. Miscommunication by the rest there.
And we have a stoppage of play here. Yeah, timeout on the south side. That seems like a
Timeout South, the first of the half.
South has not come out of the north side. Still, let's come back there. He is a big boy, as you mentioned, especially at the quarterback position. It's going to be interesting if anyone can burn him down.
I like to see him run. I see he got some wheels on it.
Got an empty backfield, 4 wide receivers deep. And he's going to go deep. That's number 5. So he's got 14. There's a flag there. There is none.
Pass intended for number 14.
I think that was a clean play.
4th down.
Non-call by the ref.
Stride.
They're going to punt it. So this is our first look at the punter for the south side. And
that is the boot.
That's a senior level punt from number 20 there.
4-yard line. 5-yard line?
And North takes over.
Alright.
So for the north side, they have their own quarterback lined up in the shotgun. Looks like it's number 12. That would be Tariq Shaw, who I believe is the only quarterback on the roster. You're going to hear his name a lot today. Tariq Shaw, repeat recipient here in the NUC games. Back for more here in New Smyrna Beach. He's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to pass to his right. Nice little throw over there to the right. That's number 1 with the catch. And it's going to, he's going to pick up 2 yards close to a first down there. That's complete. Javon Spence with the
2-yard gain, first down.
He's running back out of Ohio.
Tariq Shaw, third on the street. Look for him to have a decent day today.
If you were looking for the live feed, it is now.
There he goes.
And there you go on the right side. They're actually going to the sideline. That's going to be a big game. Another first down. And they're going to the 40-yard line. They should pick up there and run.
First and 10.
On the run?
First down, 12 is back there. He's going to hand it off number 5. Even
Ooh. That very quickly, like 43 years there.
Yeah, not a large game there. Work now, he's got an empty backfield, so he's presumably not going to run a game here. It's a shotgun position. He's going to throw to his left, number 7. That's a nice little game there. So it's just pick up about 5. Pass over to Donnell Jones out of Maryland.
Gain of 5, 35.
Gain of 5 will set up a third and manageable. We'll do a third and 4, third and 5, depending on where they spot the ball.
A lot of respect to each and every one of these NUC seniors out there today, especially given the fact that there's about 45 combined from both teams, so a lot of double duty today as these players will play both sides of the ball. And Donald Jones will be a defensive back, cornerback, and a wide receiver out on the field today for this North roster.
It's about a third and 6 when all is said and done. There in the running game, it's a pretty good run, not enough for a first down, but a bit close. Still a fourth and 2 upcoming. That was number 13 on the run. Michael Elton Peter with the run there. He's from Wisconsin and close to a first down.
4th down and 2. Gain of 3 on the last play.
Elton Peter, quite the name. Let's see, man, quite the run here.
Going for on 4th down. That's Sean is taking himself. He's got a first down and then some. All the way to the 40 on the south side. It's a gain of about 12 and a first down. And we are just over 5 minutes in here in the first quarter. No score, but North's driving as they're in the South Territory.
You know, when I went to high school, there was a lot of read option plays called, and I think that's the first read option play today from all 3 games, which is remarkable to me.
It's true, we have not seen a lot of RPO in these games. We saw it a little bit in the at the end of the middle school game, but we haven't seen a lot of them here in the upper levels. And we have a
come out north. They're first in the
game right now.
Again, if you're trying to listen, we are now live on Facebook on the NUC Sports Facebook page. Who's back there? Sometimes what becomes an issue is how good the South defense is showing. Or if you have a flag down on the play here, judging whether actually a false start on the offense indeed is a penalty against the offense. That's going to back it up. Getting around. They have been outnumbering the North in terms of fans throughout the game. That's probably the first optics of the game out here in Florida. They're going to have a first and long again. It's about a first and 15, and there's a keeper, number 1 on the other side. He back to the original line of scrimmage and then some. He was taken from about 8. So it's knocked out actually exactly at the original line of scrimmage.
That was a keeper from Siobhan. Thanks. Great run there.
They're about to take the lead, and Cleveland just got a touchdown to get within 2 with 3:24 to go in the Ravens game. So there's a pass. That pass intended for number 13.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 13. First down. 37.
Wide open. You know, it's kind of hard sometimes when you're on a wheel route and you're looking up for the catch.
So we have a third down situation here. 3rd and 8 upcoming. He's going to look to his left. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man and is off. Unbelievable! For a touchdown on the play. Oh my gosh! What a different play! Not intended for Ferris Hernandez, but it ends up in his hands and ends up in a touchdown. And if you remember that Georgia-Auburn game from years ago, very similar. Bounces off the defender's helmet, ends up in Ferris Hernandez's hands, and then he ends up in the end zone for a touchdown.
Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. Ferris Hernandez with the unbelievable awareness there to look for the ball. It was kind of like popcorn there in the middle, where it popped off a few defenders as well, and he comes out with it and is off to the races.
Hernandez from Indiana puts the North up in front, and number 32 is going to bring it home to add the extra point. So 7-0 North. That was Willie Johnson from Ohio with the extra point there. So we've got a 7-0 game, and for the second game in a row, North is right first.
Well, let's see if they can carry it.
Let's see if the South will rise again. That seems to be the theme of this game, of all of these games.
Train's a big fan of that touchdown.
We've had planes flying over the field. We've had trains moving around it. We even had, unfortunately, a medical visit earlier in the game. There was a serious injury in the previous game. We're looking to avoid that again here in the Senior Bowl. It's going to be a kickoff. So that's one thing that's different. The ball's not just placed at the 25 of the North. not much excitement going on in the NFC at the players at kickoff. That is going to be it bounced to the 15. There's only one on the north.
Don't believe so. Looks like just one quarterback, but I noticed both teams have run the Wildcat formation.
There's one listed. There may be a second one actually playing. We'll find out. But either way, for now, it and there's hammered. And I mean hammered by 3 North players. Nice pickup for about 4 yards.
To the right side, number 41.
And long. So they would make the playoffs over the Vikings. They're losing to their right.
Wow.
I'll bring you NFL updates later on. For now, 2nd and 8 upcoming. There's only a game at 2, it turns out. Ball at the 29. Screen pass over to 21. Not going to do it. He might have a number falling off there.
Pass complete to number 21.
How hard Holyfield got hit on that last play.
Maccabees on honey. That was really quick. And this defense is not letting you hit them with short passes. The flats are covered.
Ball's up to 29, and he gets about 35 for a first down. 3rd and 6, there are 2 running backs back. And the pass, and it's caught, and it's going to be some more. Still on his feet, and then he got him by the leg. First down, and then some. Catch there, he's out of Virginia. A first down. I'm curious how deep he can throw. He can make the short passes basically in the sweep. Now we're wondering if he can throw deep at his size, and there's a handoff in the 25.
Number 25 on the carry.
Jacob
3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7.
And they're being featured early on here. 2nd down upcoming. That was a pickup of about 3.
Well, a lot of college football teams recruit for us, so it doesn't surprise me to see different athletes here representing Florida in the sport today.
Players trying to get their showcase throughout this game. Any touch you can get is an important offense. Here we go, 2nd and 7. And trying to make his own statement out there. And there's the play. That's the pioneer. This is jump ball break. And it's off on the break. On the northern side. Here's the return. He's the old guy. We have a rugby match. That's going to be down at the 48.
Then recovered back by the North.
Recovered. Still Sherrod. And then a fumble by Sherrod, and then it's recovered by the North, so they keep the ball.
I'm pretty sure that Kenneth Sherrod
It's a jump ball. So we've seen a bunch of interceptions that way today, including that last one. But a great read by Sherrod to get the pick and to give his team the ball. Now it's number 12. He's going to throw low there. So Tariq Shaw back under center.
Pass incomplete.
Thanks to the interception and the ensuing fumble. Shaw back in the backfield. He has one running back with him, and that's going to be the running back that gets the ball. Number 4, he's going to run up the middle. Pretty nice run.
A little bit of Darren Sproles action there from Bridges Bayon.
Gain of about 7 from Bridges Bayon Jr. He is from New York. We don't get too many players out of the same
play. 3rd down and 3.
One of them, and he represented them well there. And it's a run right where Darren Sproles, like he's an undersized running back, but he's quick and obviously fast acceleration. So a 3rd and 3 here. And it's a handoff again.
There you go.
Wow. That's going to get into the secondary. And we have a shot to 25 to about the 22. So a big pickup there.
Bayon Jr. And he really just speeding up the middle there. Both those runs, I was surprised he was even tackled. You could barely see him. He's like the flash out there.
He runs like his last name. He's supposed to say Bayon when he's running through the hole. And we'll see if they go back to him. This is Shaw. This is going to be a keeper up the middle. And right now, they're just gouging the South defense right now. Really refreshing look. Usually the South defense kind of controls the narrative, but early on, around 6. They're now inside the 20.
The North is really rolling here.
Shaw handoff. This means 28 on the North.
Hands around.
Makes some moves, and that might be a fumble.
Wow.
It is a fumble. It's
First and 10, South.
South has recovered the ball. Ethan Carroll, so a first down upcoming for the South. A major turnover. North looks all but prepared to take a 2-score lead. Instead, they turn it over, and now the South gets to survive, and now they'll look to build on that and score on their own. And still, Edgecombe back there. He's out of the shotgun. He's going to throw over to his right of a screen pass. He's caught by number 1, and not too much of a nice play by the North.
Pass complete to number 1.
That pass
Gain
was
of about
caught
2.
by L.J.
Second and 8.
Bezos, but not much of a gain.
Not much you can do there.
The North team's got a very fast senior defense so far. They've been able to get into the slot very quickly. Second and 8, that was officially a game of 2 on the play. We'll see what Edgecombe has in mind here as the ball's at they're on the 10-yard line. And he's going into the Eastern trouble. He's going to scramble out that out. And now he's going to look for 1. He's passing on 30 to 15. He's around like a merry-go-round. Goes down around the 20. I think he might have gotten the first down. Yeah, I think after all of that shaking and hurting,
first down.
it looks like he is safe down there. That's a tremendous effort. I mean,
Days, I guess, and just like that, it uses wheels too.
so here we go. South has something cooking. First and 10 now. They're out by the 20 at this point. And that looks like a botched snap as well as a flag.
It's going to be false start. On a previous play, it looked like he's doing this clap thing where he's hiking the ball, and it looks like the offense is not on the same count cadence as the right guard jumped. They didn't call it, but I think on this one they finally got it for it.
Flash snap. And that time it didn't work out.
Could be the how out the South fans left. There it is again. Fourth this time.
That snap throws to number 1. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 10.
Pass complete to number 1.
3. And we'll set up a second and 10.
How much did he gain on that?
So we gain about 3. So we have a second and 10 upcoming. Out of the shotgun, one running back. Give trips bunch at the top of the screen. That's where he's looking. Oh, if he did another long pass, could be intercepted. Instead, it could be caught and instead it's incomplete. So a dangerous pass, and it almost worked out.
Number 15.
And it results in a 3rd and 10. So we've seen Edgecombe make the throws
Earlier that Edgecombe
First and 10
Camry
South.
connection was going to be featured, but right now it's been Edgecombe to Dixon on 3 straight plays.
They certainly have a reporter early here. This is going to be out of the shotgun again. Another snap. Bad snap, and he's going to call it. That's the worst thing to do in that case. Bad snap is going to turn into a loss of about 5. And very long after the botched snap and the fumble.
Well, even though it was a botched snap, Raymond Rodriguez shot out of there, and he is pretty fast for a big dude. He was right on Edgecombe right away as the ball dropped to the ground.
So coming out of the huddle, South trying to regroup a little bit. Both teams, by the way, I believe there's been one timeout that's been called for the South, and they're going to let the clock down. We're going with 1 quarter of play here. There's a fast quarter. If you blink, you missed it. North leads 7-0 after Baker Mayfield, just to bring it all together. The first round quarterback split to the ground was Johnny Manziel, who's played in an NC game before.
Very true.
So there we go, 2nd and 20. There's a throw over the middle. It's caught. And number 88, he's a big man. It's going to be wow. He's gone. Down in the first. Here we go. Tyler Wright,
15-yard penalty.
and face mask at the end of the play, I believe. Going to bring the ball even further. So that one play, they're now at the North 32-yard line with a first down early on here in the 2nd quarter. Clifford E also made it home that quarter. Here's a running play to the left side. It's going to be gang tackles. Not too much on that one. In fact, it might have been a
Number 23 on the carry.
Chris Carroll's playing both sides of the ball there.
Long for that happen.
How long was field goal was that? 56 yards?
56 yards. I guess that's route they go. Route South choosing to go out of the shotgun. They have motion in the backfield. I think it might have been an illegal motion. We'll see what the ruling is.
It
Flag
was
on the
awkward
play.
to say the least.
Yeah.
False start.
False start on the
You
offense.
knew something was going on the way that play was set up in the first down.
Sorry, put on
21. Yeah. Second and 12. Back to pass it. It's going to be all back to 88 again. That's a nice play, but not so much on the yardage end. Should be about set up a third and 11. Looks like they're not actually going to give them as much yardage as we thought. Now, Ravens are going to head to the playoff place for 40.
Chops and feet off. I believe it's expanded or chanting right now.
South fans making threats. Out of the shotgun, looking to his left, trying to make a threat down the field. He's got a man before it is hard! Trying to knot it off.
Lothario had to go over the defender, over the end zone, and lands on Overstreet for a nifty 40-yard touchdown. Wow, that is impressive. Edgecombe has the team gelling very much so.
So pending the extra point here, North needs 7-6 for the moment. And there's the love for Edgecombe coming from the crowd. As far as Edgecombe finally makes his throw, he had a couple scary ones early. That one was right on the mark. And a good effort to try and knock it down, but you just can't sometimes with a perfect throw. That's what that was. And now we have already 2 points conversion down here.
Beautiful route run by Overstreet on that set. Pass was not
Pass incomplete. Point
They went
no
for
good.
2. The Ravens have officially won. So now it comes down to the Indianapolis and Tennessee. Yeah.
But Nick Foles has rejuvenated that team, and they are headed to the playoffs. They have a very, very tough challenge in the wild card round. They'll be on the road in Chicago against the upstart Bears. So that is your picture. 11 of the NFL playoff teams have been decided, and all of the seeds in place now, except for the 6 in the AFC. So close to that game doesn't start here for another half hour or so. Meanwhile, in this game, the kickoff was Tuesday 25, or 20, so air out, it's going to be kicked, and off the fingers of number 6. Isaiah Murphy with a great attempt there at the interception. He's from South Carolina. It's an incomplete pass on second down. North trying to air it out early.
You know, funny, it looks like the Vikings and the Steelers were burned by their ties.
If the lesson here is never tie. And never jump. Something that into the north. Now it should be an offside. We'll push it back to false start.
False start on the north.
False start on the offense. So you're a team now. After the incomplete pass, after the penalty, and now after this substitution, number 1 off the field in for 21 in for 1, Elijah Simmons. There's a handoff to Simmons. And Simmons is listed as a linebacker, but you
21 on Terry. He's
Great
doubled up.
play by number 43.
Pretty quickly, but
Earlier. So they hit it again, and they make the stop. North looking at a long second down here.
looking deep.
This is interesting here. South could be rolling here. I mean, they got the momentum in their favor.
South certainly has the momentum now. There's a punch. It's a decent one. More high than this one. You look at over there. I mean, we talked about 88. You know, their tight end is the one keeping them down.
I mean, you keep in mind these are seniors, so it's important for them tonight to showcase their talent and provide kind of a last glimpse into who they are and what they can do.
I'll make your thing. James Redmond, number 69, He's one of the jerseys listed as triple XL. He is a listed defenseman playing on the offensive line. As an example, you'll see showcase players playing different positions, kind of fit into the roster and get their plays in. Trying to play it here is
Keep again. Got him in.
Man on the sideline and is caught. What a catch! No.
Wow.
Incomplete play.
All right, get it.
Second down.
Second down and 10. Fake offensive line by the South, and they've done a good job early on here to keep the pocket open for it.
Dixon's got man coverage.
That's a handoff that goes
Gobbles up face match. Are they calling a face match on that? That's a shame. Kevin Stone just stonewalled the running back.
Number
Might
5
have
for
been a
the
face
South.
match.
Now they get immediately. Flag at the end of the play.
There's Butler on the run, man. He's with the linebacker from Alabama. He is looking at running back and
Personal foul.
Otherwise, a very nice play by the defense.
On the north.
Yep. So what they have Kevin Stone and Ryan Stone, the Eagle Key on these wins.
So, I'm not sure how many twins we've had here at the NUC Showcase. It's definitely the first of the day. So keep an eye on them as they go to work together.
Might bring a real name to the name, Dash Brother.
And Edgecombe going to work here out of the shot. It's the number 5 motion. Look that way. Now they're going to go again. Back down. That is way off before anyone. So,
Complete.
there.
That was another
So
flag
he
on the
sets
play.
Cam Desh in motion, fakes to him, and then the refs have done a very good job tonight. We do not see some of the plays at all. The overwhelmingly penalties against the South Side North. They're out all.
I think the South credit, they've been a more aggressive team. And that's, you're going to get penalties, but you're also going to get a lot of big plays and aggressive stops, and that's what they've been doing.
They've won the first 2 games. They've been now they have cleaned up the list of penalties.
Number 13. Will be second down about 13.
The official gain was roughly 12 or so. A nice start when you got first and 25.
I want to see Edgecombe go deep here. Why not?
He's in the shotgun. He has running back. He has 4 wide receivers wide. And he goes on his right. And he's going to throw on the run deep for 14. He's got it! What a So South making up for their penalties with their talent here, overcoming that, as they have all the momentum. They're projecting to take the lead as well. Just under 10 minutes here in the second quarter.
Momentum is absolutely shifted here.
And Pump to the right, fade into the end zone, and it is. Oh, what a catch! What's he down to the side?
Out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete.
Another false alarm there. Nice catch along the sidelines just to get to the ball, but he cannot keep his feet in bounds.
Receivers, to their credit, I mean, Cambry, Dixon, and Overstreet are somehow getting to the ball.
They've certainly been all over it.
Edgecombe's delivery here on a final score. See if they can take the.
Second down and 10.
What's the score of the game right now?
7-6. South on deck, or North on top.
Yeah, it's a little right.
He's going to throw deep. He's got a man in the end zone. He's going to be picked. Someone had it. It's intercepted.
It is intercepted.
That's a bad decision. Now fumble.
Oh my goodness.
It was picked out.
Unbelievable.
First and goal South.
It's intercepted.
Just the way to draw it up.
On the return of the interception, it's fumbled. And now the South recovers that. So all be told, it turns into an 18-yard gain and a first and goal.
It was number 7 who kicked off the ball, Donald Jones. And wound up fumbling. Caused by number 3, and that is Derek Butler Jr. on the South.
Falls at roughly the 3, first and goal. Things looking dire for the North here. And there's a run, and they, for the moment, are going to keep him out of the end zone. There's a run by number 23. He gets
23 on the carry. No gain.
out of the end zone.
Second and goal.
Chris Carrot, tight end on the offense from the North, comes up with a tackle there, touchdown saving tackle. He just wrapped around the running back and threw him to the ground.
Now we'll have a second and goal upcoming as Scout tries again to punch one in.
They're on the 2nd-yard line.
It's about the 2, and it's a handoff, and it's a touchdown there.
Touchdown. Quarterback keeper, number 14.
That was Dalen Cambry with the touchdown, listed at wide receiver in this extra point attempt. It looks like they're going to go for 2 for a second time, trying to correct the first wrong.
What's going on with their, what's wrong with their kicker?
Well, remember last year in Daytona, there was one of the games where the North just refused to use their special teams.
That's true.
And
I think that cost them the game, too.
it didn't end up working out to stop defense. So there's a pass attempt and knocked down. Great defensive play. I mean, number 8 on the goal rod. Find in Colorado. This is going to be a held down kickoff. Interesting. So 15.
Offense jack.
We're trying to do just that. He's got 2 running backs back there with him. He's got 2 up top on the wide receivers. The handoff to number 2. Coming in around 30. So
Number 5 on the carry, and he's missed on number 8. 4-yard gain.
He's going to get a lot more yards than this.
Second down.
it did. It was kind of an abrupt play that got broken there. So second down. And it's Tariq Shaw trying to make something out of nothing. It was an injured play from the start. And
Tyler Wright down.
Another fumble.
Tyler Wright on the play. That's the tight end that we haven't talked about. He's
Downside.
there. You know, we called him out for being a tight end, but he's no slouch on defense. 2.5 deflections per game. I mean, he really gets in there. He's done some damage on the defensive side of the ball. Evident there by forcing the fumble.
Finishing first in his class, we certainly saw the intelligence there. So South takes over the ball now out of the shotgun. And they're going to look to the right for a throw. He's got a man, he's caught. And he's caught by number 1, and he's knocked out of bounds.
That's complete, number 1.
That's the catch there. That was L.J. Matos again with the catch.
Beautiful.
South pulling ahead here. They've scored the last 2 touchdowns, and now they also have the ball deep inside the red zone again after the turnover forced by Tyler Wright. So South has the ball. Edgecombe is out of the shotgun, as he seems to be comfortable doing throughout this game. He's going to do his clap snap. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man, number 15.
Wow.
Did he get a foot down?
On it.
Foot down. South again. Dylan Stephen with the catch from Edgecombe for the touchdown. And the South pulling it on now. They're up 18-7.
The difference between Edgecombe and prior quarterbacks that we've seen today is he leaves his receivers. He lets them go get the ball. That's exactly what you have to do. Dalen Dixon was falling and somehow kept his composure and comes down with the grab for the score. What unreal talent on that south side of the ball.
They've had unreal talent every facet so far except the extra point attempt. And they're trying to correct that here. This is the third 2-point attempt they're going for, and this one will also not work. It's incomplete.
That's incomplete.
Pass attempt.
That brings a score.
South
18 on the road.
You can't come up with it. 3 attempts, 3 failures, 18-7 South.
Probably the only part of the game they're failing at, really. I'm still kind of questioning if maybe Elkin is not for extra points, maybe just for the kickoff and the punt back and forth at the end of the game. They are delivering.
It's a fascinating paradox because on the South side, on one hand, you look at the coaching, and again, we mentioned it, but the South has overwhelmingly caused the most penalties. They're right up there with turnovers as well. But
First and 10 for the North from the 25.
Causing to be aggressive and get after it. And I think that's what's causing both the penalties and the high scoring plays.
we're trying to get after it, but that has to now.
Incomplete.
Play was due from the start. Is it bad?
But we have a flag.
Shaw tried late hit on the south here.
It was an incomplete pass, and now are they going to get bailed out? They are.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the south.
Roughing the passer call against the South.
15-yard penalty, and that will give the North first down.
Completely needless penalty there as the play didn't stand a chance. Now we have another one to celebrate. So, man, I mean, if you're a scout here, you have to be impressed with the
That's right, it's a sideline warning for the foul.
What is it? Too many men in the field? Sideline warning.
Probably not even penalties. Self-fulfilling prophecy. We have a first down now, and it's going to be a pass over the left. That didn't seem like it was going to create much. It doesn't affect the line of scrimmage and lucky to be there.
Pass complete. No gain on the play. Second down.
Now you got zone coverage number 20 over here. He's going to be by himself. They can execute this right.
They have 4 wide. This has been the traditional formation. Shaw in the shotgun. And that's going to be a game of nothing as well. This is what the North tried to do kind of throughout the day at every level is in an attempt to open up the inside running game. The problem is that the inside running game has rarely worked unless they are trailing in the late. And you're creating third and long. And then they go back to the passing game when they finally throw it downfield, and now that's not working either because the defense is expecting it.
Now they have man coverage. Sillimon is spread out to the right. By himself. And
Pass incomplete.
Why is it not? They really need to regroup. As it is just, the momentum's just completely against them at this point. They have not been able to move the ball on offense. They've been sloppy at times as well.
Well, I think what's scary is the defenders of the North cannot do anything against the receivers from the South. So if they're going to want to stay in this game, they're going to really have to start scoring on offense to keep up, but also create some pressure against someone to make some bad decisions.
It's true, and we will see what Drake Shaw has to offer here. And there's a throw. It's a pop-up throw. And it's deflected. It looks like there's something about
Pass incomplete.
First down upcoming.
Yep, Clifford Key on the deflection on that last play. And defender.
South has the ball at 41. There's 5:34 to go in the first half. They've been trying to score here one more time here before halftime. The handoff to worth about 2 yards. Now about a second and 8.
You know what I would do on the next play?
What?
Rudy.
It's certainly something. I mean, it's been close.
That ball carrier gains
every
2.
time they very close to working for it. Every time it's tried.
Got Rice, Key, Yoho, Overstreet, Cambry, Dixon, and so many LJ Nasos has been getting involved. There's so many threats on offense stretch going right now.
We're going to see which one he wants to exclude here, but pressure coming finally, and safety brought down. That answers that mystery. Number 71, Kevin Stillman was the pass brother. The tackle there. So it's going to set up a third and long now for the staff. This pressure has been kind of self-inflicted. Let's move around back there. But that was legitimate pressure from Kevin Stillman to make that step. Third and 15, enough time for North to get a drive here if they can make a cover here. He wound up for that one, and then the triple coverage incomplete. No real chance there. Looking for the flag to get one out.
Pass incomplete. Overthrown.
That's all fun.
Yeah, it's the punting game, not so much the kicking game. And there's the punt. No pressure from the front. 5 is going. This is going to be back. Also, the goal line being touches is the question.
Punt for number 20.
That's good, though. Again, I don't understand.
Through the air.
Ball trickled in the end.
That's the second time that Sillimon has tried to catch the ball inside his own 5. But it wound up working out that he missed it, because now they get the ball there.
Yeah, there's still 3:48 to go, so North by no means out of it in this half. And I'm sure they would love to score. There's a field goal or a touchdown to make it a one-possession game at least. Maybe a little more success with this scoring version of the best test.
Alright, let's see what Tarek Shaw can do here. He's got some clock to work with. he can score a touchdown here. He can bring his offense down the field. I mean, it's not too far out of control.
Probably shotgun has number 1 in motion, and it's going to be a handoff, and the South saw that coming. So Kevon Stanks trying to get something going, cannot. Going to set up a second down. There you go. Again with the run, and again,
For ball carrier gain.
Back over the middle. Trying to have the in-house receivers slant.
Down with the turnover again. You know, they've been sloppy over penalties. North is sloppy with the ball. Derek Butler Jr.
Ball popped up in the end, picked up by number 3.
Off the helmet or
Down by a couple of scores.
I don't understand it. I mean, you don't expect an NFL-style playbook where they can march down the field and throw it. You expect it to throw it. And North just continues to try and counter run up the middle, and you don't expect fumbles, but they haven't been able to move the ball, and now they've got a couple of turnovers. South back to work, another kick scored here before halftime, and that's going to end up in a sack.
Quarterback sack, number 15, Philip loss of 1.
The previous play is either
Second down.
Jay Mitchell. See, the difference that I noticed is Edgecombe is in connection with his coach. He is getting the plays, double checking, and really ticky-tack plays. And Eric Shaw hasn't been communicating too much with them.
Clock is running just over 2:20 to play. Kind of a fog forming on the field here. Here's your throw. That is caught by the tackle.
Pass complete to number 14.
Once again, great concentration by Dylan Kennedy to make that catch. Pick up of 20. Clock is running. Falls up to 12, first and 10. They still got a first down here without needing the touchdown.
Watch Overstreet on your right hand side here.
Watch Overstreet, watch Edgecombe with an empty backfield. And he's going to throw it over, and he's going to look to the end zone. It's too far. No one there.
Pass incomplete.
So good job of coverage there. Without a penalty, and we're going to
Second down.
this game. Everyone into it here knew we're going to teach. So a second down is coming now. Edgecombe is hoodie is looking there in the back.
Pass incomplete.
Just a bit outwardly on the field, about 70-something degrees. But this is the first time, I noticed him pointed out.
I hate to see if this game is up north.
He is very bundled up.
He'd be in a parka.
Meanwhile, you have this other, I'm sure Raymond Rodriguez, offensive lineman from New Jersey, on the north side, probably wishes he was in shorts right now. So it's just that's how it goes. And we'll see what Edgecombe does here.
He's got 3 passing touchdowns, whatever works.
Third and 10 looking to his left. He has a rare miscommunication.
Pass was
He's been so
incomplete.
good all half with
So
down
bring up 4th down.
and
Get
able to
It's like messing with the coaches because they're all my buddies on both sides.
we're not entirely
I'm
sure
going to
they
switch
have
over to
a
that
kicker.
side here in a little bit.
We know they have a punter.
Well, they
4th down and
Edgecombe will
10.
drop kick it.
Andrew Ilkin is listed as a kicker. This is on the right side, and that's going to be a tough play.
Pass broken up.
But unbelievable.
You should have kicked it!
Time to run down. First and 10 north.
Miller Gee somehow
Whichever strategy they're using here. It remains 18-7 though. South on top. They're the home team.
We didn't use the spread numbers. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
because the South is so anti-kicker.
They certainly make a game more interesting as it be closer. So here we go. And they go to the pass there, and that's
First and goal, stop.
Airman caught by the same player. One watching at home, please let us know. We didn't catch the number there. Please let us know who got that interception.
I think that was 43 on the play, actually. Gabriel Rivera, who's just on every turnover here.
Could have been him, could have been Avery Rose. Look at the running back, number 30. It's substitute there.
Like 43.
Anyways, he does want to call by number 5. He can try and get in the end zone. He's not going to. So he's going to be down at 5. That pass really short.
Pass complete to number 5.
Other number 5. Damn, Desh with the catch there. So we're in the edge of off number 5. He obviously has it himself. So that's going to be a pickup of 5 for a 2nd and 5.
Where are they at? Second and down, that's 5-yard line. So if it becomes 4th and 5, what do you think is going to happen?
I have an idea.
I don't think they're going to kick.
I don't either. 2nd and 5 from the 5. Can't really get it. They're going to roll out to the right. There's a pass over the end zone, and that is going to be a scrum. And
pass is incomplete.
Say this about the
North. Number 14. 3rd down and goal.
Third down, they'll have another chance at the end zone here. If you're Coach Dyke, there's probably another 2 chances at the end zone here. Because they go for on 4th down so much. Despite their fancy play.
3rd and 5. Everyone getting rowdy. Edge from what's left. He's got it. That's the vaunted tight end.
Touchdown, number 88.
Andrew Yoho with the touchdown. And it's 24-3 South.
Like Slaughter. Just Slaughter. Beautiful plan. Over the middle. Defense wasn't covering. They pushed their linebackers out. Man coverage. And just like that, Andrew Yoho exposed them. And it's the score.
Kapara's killer Cam Edgecombe with another touchdown pass. He had a dominant first half. A little bit of a slow start. He's picked it up since. Doing a lot of damage. He's doing it in a sweatshirt. Impressive half for him. Here we go, another 2-point attempt. 21. This time we go for run. Guess what?
21 on the carry.
So,
point, no good. The Bengals score. South 24, North 7.
Points left on the board due to a non-field goal attempt. And also a full failed 2 points. It's 24-7. Number cut. South is commanding 3 possessions, lead 17 points. And there's only 40 seconds to go in the half. So.
Now the folks online are getting rowdy. They want the kicker to be sent in.
Yeah, I wonder what's the thought process.
I'm really confused. They let them punt, they let them kick, but they don't let them kick the extra point to the field goal.
So they're getting some very helpful advice from the South bench and from the South fans.
Well, regardless of their strategy on the extra point or field goal, they're still up pretty big right now. And the defense has been relentless. It's causing turnovers. So South's looking pretty good. And this is only the first half.
It could get ugly here if the North doesn't have an answer here. There's a handoff. I mean, it's a screen pass. It's caught.
Pass complete.
They had a substitution nonetheless. I mean, they've lost 25 seconds on that play. He's going to throw deep now, and that's when he's caught. Straight at the knees.
Pass complete, number 15. That's enough for North. First down.
Maybe the first one.
Timeout, North.
It works.
Told you. Chris Carrots on the reception there. Tight end.
So far, and the South is just rolling in this one right now. 24-7. Does not look like North's going to get their first upset at this game. Moment, we still know what's going on, and that's a shotgun formation. And it's immediate pressure. Easy brought down the fence. I didn't know they would run another play. And they do. So it's tight out on the North. They're going to use them.
Wow. And that was Canterbury nonetheless.
So a 3rd and 12 upcoming. There's 4.2 seconds to go in half. 24-7 South. They're trying to complete a sweep of the NUC weekend. And wouldn't you know it, they caught.
Oh my gosh!
Someone gets out of it. Lack of effort. And
Pass intercepted, number 7. Yeah, that's right.
They allowed him to get out of the backfield. They allowed him to play on field. It's a turnover one way or another. Sideline at this point. We're going to try our best to give you all the numbers. And we can see that there's a runner in motion at number 8. And he's not going to go very far. So I was able to see all of that. It's going to set up a 2nd and 10 as that was no game. Chris Harris was the tight end.
or not.
Terry, that is caught. That is only caught, so whoever it is.
Pass is complete, number 8.
Should be a third eight.
Gain of about 6, third down.
By the north. This is the person I cannot tell.
It's Tariq Shaw still at quarterback.
Yeah.
We'll be struggling with this the entire time. It's going to be a third down and 8.
Well, that's good.
That looks like a first down. Play one there. By number 13, that was the Elton here.
North ball carrier gets enough for a first down. First and 10 North.
Start here as they get the first down.
All right, here we go.
And it's a first and 10 now from the 35. There is Tariq again over the corner.
Look at that.
Looks like it's not just us.
Pass is
It's
incomplete.
bad in the air. I don't think he was able to come down. The second and 10 is coming.
I could not tell if the Northern fans are okay. I hope they are. We cannot see them.
We literally cannot see them.
A dragon could have potentially come down and taken them out.
It's just us on the south side here. And then Tariq Shaw trying to run up the middle here. He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Instead of a third and long, should be a third and 9 upcoming. Shaw out of the shotgun. He has 2 running backs there with 3 set of wide. Handoff on third down. Again, North is just addicted to the running game. And like with addiction, it's a short yardage with addiction done. They've been going side to side. Getting 0 yards instead of 3 or 4. So that's setting up plays like this. Now I have 4 and 7. Shaw looking to throw. He's got pressure. He's got a lot of pressure. He's going to go down. There's a... Looks like the final finish is like number 43 on the south side.
Number 12.
Turnover on down. So quick 4 and out there for the North. South takes over, and they're going to look to put the finishing touches on this one early. Any linebacker influences that are played in the state of Florida that you could model themselves after. So
Sure.
First and 10.
Ray Lewis comes to mind. There's a first down play. It's a handoff, and it's not going to be much. So the team's kind of trading punches here early in the third. Little jab.
23 the ball carrier.
And we've got a lot of external influences on the game today between penalty flags, umbrellas, fogs, helicopters, trains, planes.
We've seen it all, certainly. And Edgestone's going to throw over great. And
that should be great.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 14. Broken up.
Nice play by
Number 20.
To kind of follow in suit, and I think the North can get back in the game.
For those following along at home, we are here live from the new Smyrna Beach Sportsplex. As much of it as we can still see. It's a 6 fog, and it's also a third down upcoming. Third and 10 here. Back to pass it. He's going to throw deep. He's got man number 14. Campbell down. Wow. He had it for every note. That wasn't
incomplete.
Touchdown, but it's dropped.
Fourth down.
Cambria has been dynamite all day, and he dropped the pass, which he doesn't do. So I want to say that it has been a fact.
Cambry's had a solid game. He's obviously been a favorite of Edgecombe. That has looked his way a lot of times here tonight. And it's number 5, Cam Jetson motion. Edgecombe's going to throw this one up into the ball. And that ball is incomplete.
Pass is
It has been a standstill for sure so far for offense there. I don't know if we've had a single yard actually to begin with that. And they've already had 2 teams yards. So that's number 5 running it. That's going to be a single yard. It's going to actually be a couple of them.
number 5 the ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6.
So back into the shotgun, Tariq Shaw to the handoff. It's going to be a first yard right through the outside. And it's going to be a first down. Take up about 15 in a first down. Nice handoff there for Chris Harris.
Up 12. Going to be first down North.
Maury, you were the fog.
Yeah, with the run there. He gets a nice play there. Maybe it's best of the game. There's another handoff. This one's going to be to the left side. Another nice play being 7. So the North all of a sudden with the running game, David South can no longer see them. He's starting to get some yardage, and that is, I'm surprised we really haven't seen him on that play. Exactly. He's been explosive up the back of the 28. He's going to run to the outside. It looks like that's actually the first down. He's actually down at 3.
Player from Wisconsin trying to defend the offense here.
And and they mark it short. So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 now. Out of the shotgun. I don't know if I agree with that.
Ooh. They can get there.
21 carry, and he is stuck by number 33 from the crowd.
31, you're running the ball great.
Tackle, great stop there. Up the middle, not happening. Sit down.
4th and a very long 1 is the official play coming here. Shaw is again in shotgun, and he's going to run it, and he's going to run it successfully. It's a 1st down and then some. He's going to get over just outside of the 30, and I thought maybe there was a flag on the play. Now I'm thinking there is.
Quarterback keeper over the right side.
You need to capitalize on this drive if they want to get things moving back in their direction. There's Shaw, another handoff, number 5. He's going to take the right side. Not going to go up with 1 or 2 yards. A couple. Yep. That was Dustin Thomas again, one with her.
Kind of good to make that spot.
Another right side. Play. There's Tariq Shaw. He's going to throw it. Oh! He got laid out.
Right, I was going to say it.
But that won't fly in the NFL. It certainly shouldn't fly here. That is Donnell Jones.
You got a flag on the play.
He got popped. And I think the Ducks they have had a rough game when it comes to the Zebras. They have had a
personal foul hitting the defensive player on the south. 15-yard penalty. And it will result in a 1st down.
Unsportsmanlike penalty. You cannot hit someone like that. And this is going to bring the ball to 25 minutes. Got a dark panel in front of us as well as the talk. So
What if the refs can't see the ball go to the upright on a field goal?
use their best judgment. There's a pass from Shaw. It's over the right side. That's number 8.
Yeah, it's going to do it.
Pass complete to number 8.
That is
Harris Hernandez helping out there. Another guy we saw early on who's definitely one upcoming.
Pretty sure every North game they scored first and they scored randomly in like the 3rd or 4th quarter.
It's true. They seem to do something at halftime. That's a handoff. Looks like it should be enough for a 1st down.
It is. It was a change.
It's been a good drive for Shaw and the North offense. And we may have changed that. It looks like it could be a false start. And it is.
Prior to snap, false start on the north. 5-yard penalty.
21 versus 15 upcoming. 8 minutes to go. We're almost halfway through the
Still 1st down.
I would. I don't know how reliable the kicker is. I'm assuming pretty reliable at senior year. There's a handoff number 8. And he's still going. Wow. So an extended run there. He might have picked up about 5 yards of it all of a sudden.
Number 8 for the north appeared to be
Looks like they had him in the
a
backfield, and then the next thing you know, he just appeared out of the pod.
gain. Couple on the play. 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line is finally gelling right now. They're creating a lot of open holes for their running backs and Kershaw and a couple of run plays for the quarterback. So the offensive line can keep it up. They can put on some serious yards and get some points on the board.
Shaw in the running game up the middle. That has been the MO of the North offense. Another turnover and another fumble and South takeover. So another drive. We're trying to get the momentum. And once again, they are stifled by this South.
Fumbles recovered either by number 30 or number.
Right, might be the 4th one of the game for the North.
Wow. 4 touchdowns, 4 turnovers. 4 5 of the ball are doing the right thing.
1st and 10 now.
Number 14 on the quarterback keep, and we have a left off the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. South on the read option.
Outside and a 4-yard gain to get his team out of the pressure zone and facing their own end zone.
So Camber's cutting out the middle down there. He's kind of taking himself. He goes 32 yards. Speaking of cutting people out, if you're a Jets fan, Todd Bowles just was fired. So the Jets have now fired their head coach. Many predicted that. Probably the right call. And now we are back to this. We'll have the handoff right side of 21. He has a hole. He has a hole.
Number 21 on the carry. Ripping off the middle.
Moving out.
1st down, South.
Boy, easily camper through.
Bloody Sunday. 2 firing in the NFL already. There's another shotgun. It's a handoff and another good run. You have to wonder
21 on the carry. Gain of 7.
Stopping the run all game. He's getting inspired by Marlon Mack. He just scored a touchdown for the Colts. They lead it 7-0 early in the winner take all week 17 matchup there. So Colts on top of the Titans. There is the shotgun handoff again. Number 20. He gets slow. That was
21 with the run. And he's tackled by number 12.
As we've mentioned before.
Loss of 1 on the play.
There, and not much of a game.
Him and running back popped right back up, but that was an incredible hit by his hand.
That was number 21, Marvin Holyfield on the tackle. And someone with that last name you could probably relate to Evander Holyfield.
He's taken some hits today, Holyfield.
He certainly has.
There's one earlier.
I'm told they're actually related. So now that you really relate. It's a third down play and a handoff, and not much there. That looks like Holyfield again on the carry. Third down. The clock's running. I think it is more than sure. I think it's 4th and 1. And see a keeper, and he might not get it. Great play.
I don't think he got there.
He got it.
Excellent tackle, number 33, Andrew Davis.
So a keeper by Dalen Cambry, he did not get enough. We think.
South is motioning that he does have the first down, but maybe that should favoritism for their team.
I haven't seen him. And they are going to measure, so slowly coming out of the fog and emerging here is the chain gang. We're going to see, I think he's short. I think when they stretch this out, he's going to be short. And he is short. That one wasn't particularly close. Turnover on down.
Good short, turnover on down.
And North takes over.
Wouldn't be surprised if North came out running the ball here. Both teams have been doing quite well in the second half. But you know, the North defense is keeping their team in it despite the turnovers. They're not outlandishly far away.
They need a touchdown.
They need no points.
A lot more interesting in terms of outcomes.
Oh, look at that.
Here's turnover number 8. He's going to disappear. And he's going to disappear before the 10-yard gain. He's going to reappear.
Pass complete to number 8.
Disappearing after
Here's probably run after the catch.
Indiana, he makes So first attempt from 42 for North. That was a shotgun here is Tariq Shaw. He's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a pickup of about 7. Ball, probably still moving over there on the field. So it looks like a game of about 7. Thanks to our trusty PA team. We know that was Devin Breaker on the carry.
Did not throw on the break.
Shaw looking at Cat. He also has pressure to smart decision play.
Pass incomplete.
You know, we've seen a lot of turnovers from the North.
Find out. Oh, an eligible receiver downfield. Okay.
So Shaw does a smart thing, comes back to bite him anyway. I mean, a penalty against the North.
Is that a loss of down?
Turns into 2nd and 8. They're back behind midfield. And this is a botch. A botch is broken play from the start. The handoff to number 5.
Number 5 on the carry.
Where'd you get the binoculars? Figure of speech, if I had them, I'd know where the ball was. And Shaw taking a throw. He has time this time, but now he's got a throw deep. He's got a man. Nice call.
Wow.
He goes down to them. He's got speed over there. Right
Does
over
it
the
with
board.
one hand? Does he hold on to the ball? He does. Excellent.
The running back from Ohio with the catch of big
Pass complete to number 1.
all the way to the
He gets well down inside of South territory.
south. It's a pickup of about 35 and a first down for the North.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play action by Shaw there, because he actually had not only Kevon Sanks, but he also had Donald Jones on the left-hand side, wide open around the defender. Execute very well.
There's a handoff number 13. He's on the delivery for it. Wrapped up from the start, not able to escape it.
On the North, I'm saying no turnovers here. No turnovers.
That's an absolute must.
Please.
Third quarter line.
Give me down some points.
You'd love to score here late in the third, going to the fourth quarter, feeling a little better about yourselves. And they still have 2 minutes to do that. Clock is running. We're approaching 2 minutes now. It's going to be a second down from 11 to 20, it looks like. You get a second down, yeah, maybe about 11 open or lost a yard on that last play.
Threw over the middle in that last play, by the way.
Oh, a shotgun for throw number 7 looks like that is dropped. This one of a really
Pass is incomplete and comes to number 7.
Yeah, I think North has some underrated receivers. We haven't seen them too much. They haven't really aired the ball out, but from what we've seen, they're doing a great job. We saw this Tom Bridges today. Junior did a good job earlier in this game.
Paris Hernandez.
Yeah, Paris Hernandez is sitting on the ball. So when they've been given the opportunity, they've done a great job. The problem is that the playbook hasn't really called for it a lot today. Third down, and we think 10. And we're in shotgun.
Yeah, Junior in the backfield. Howard Dean style.
Yeah. Shaw's looking over the middle. He's got a man, and instead it's intercepted. So exactly what we want to happen here in the North is exactly how it goes down. Intercepted by Mason and Hill, the defensive back from Tennessee.
First and 10, South. Intercepted by number 2.
In South Territory.
Transfers.
And it's a turnover from the North Coast total amount of points they scored. That's never a good sign. South's going to start deep in their own territory here. They're at about 5. And a little handoff there. Breathing room. A lot of breathing room. It seems it's going to get them the first down. So nice run there to get out of the backfield.
Get to the fourth quarter. Big run. First down.
Sort of felt, I mean, North has been on the ropes basically since the second quarter. We're now almost, they're trading functions. Ultimately, North has have to land one to make this closer than it has been.
Play the umpire again.
Feeling that before that happens, the South might be landing the haymaker that puts the
Gain of about 2. He's going to be second down.
even though North's
With that play, that should end the third quarter.
terrible football.
And at the end of 3. South, 24. North,
Across
7.
the 20-yard line. They don't want the ball.
South has no interest in snapping a shaved ice truck. A shaved ice truck, yes. I want to shout out to the state of Hawaii, bringing some of their flavor over here. And of course, Florida, the state, is probably one of a few states in the country where you can pull this off in late December. And everyone getting it done. So here we go. Speaking of getting it done, that's when you get it done. Comes down to the South. Pass number 15 is still up. And there's some attitude on the sideline there.
Number 14 on the sideline.
Louisiana. Take this one for Virginia. Both qualifying for the South in this game. Out of the shotgun here is Edgecombe. He's going to hand it off.
Number 5 for the South. Ripping up the middle. 15-yard gain. First down, South.
And first down to the 38, so pick up 17 on that play. Absolutely. I mean, the endurance setting in. And we're going to have a penalty.
That's Butler Jr. was ultimately end zone.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Oh, we've seen our share of those.
The penalties, you know, even though this game is still in the favor of the South in penalties, but don't forget about us.
Yes.
We're still here.
Nice to make their humans there. Hand off number. The keeper fooled me. Edgecombe not going to get too much. Didn't fool the North defense as well as it fooled me.
Elijah's going to be a tackle.
A pick with a couple should be a second penalty.
Elijah Simmons getting through there, still not giving up. Trying to help his team out.
Or take that big yard. And out of a shotgun is Edgecombe. He's got one running back with him, and he's got 2 up top with me, another handoff, number 5.
Oh, wow.
On man, unable to make make any yardage there.
Number 5 for the South. Justin Paul's on the right side.
The big play avoided.
Well, that's big for the North. It's now 3rd and 13. Long ways to go for the first down. Once we get the ball back, and there's still time on the clock.
3rd and 13 from the 44 upcoming here. Big play here for the North defense. They would love to get off the field here. There's the clap snap. Now even more useful.
Oh!
That's an athletic play.
They call it the pick off on number 20.
Solomon might be the MVP of the defense for the North today.
Wow.
That's a fantastic play to make it all the way back to the 3rd down, first down North. A game plagued with turnovers and penalties.
1st and 10 North.
Dramatic interception on that last play.
If the first 2 games taught us anything, that this game's going to follow those scripts. We'll see a quick touchdown here by the North. And we'll see how the rest of the game goes. In the script, South is led by multiple scores in the 4th. North usually strikes back, makes things interesting. They haven't been able to pull one out, but they've stayed in it for most part. The last game ended with a 20-point South victory, but that was kind of a garbage time touchdown. It was closer than that.
Man coverage, send parity.
On the shotgun at Shaw, it's going to be a pitch over to 13. He's got a
That
hole
works
on
too.
the side. Nice little gain there. Looks like he picked up 9 or so.
Working, keep it going. That's a great deal.
2nd and 2 upcoming for the North. This is going to be a handoff number 5. He's going to try and break to the outside. And with that last push, first down in midfield, he looks dead in the water. But Dustin Thomas making something out of nothing. He comes with a first down.
North running back.
Ball at
Nick
midfield.
Mack.
So let's see what Shaw has in mind here. It's a bounce snap. And he's in the air of the ball.
An eligible receiver now.
No grounding, no ineligible receiver. Just a loss of down. It's going to be a 2nd and 10.
Well, for the ref's defense, that side of the field is entirely gone. So
there may have been a receiver. We'll never know.
we just won't know. The fog is data.
Nice little bounce down number 4. And with that push, he's going to be close to the first down. So,
Number 4, the running back.
We got explosive running from him earlier. Kind of bounced off someone to begin that drive, and then he got.
But they're now getting them back in the game. They have the ground game working. You got to keep it going.
It's a handoff to 28, and he's going to get a first down, so he's going to get to the outside there. Gavin Breaker, the other Wisconsin boy, with the first down there.
Usually when you have the momentum going, you don't want to call a timeout in the middle of the clock. I'm surprised they had so much time left. It felt like so much time has happened already.
It's true, this quarter has been slower than the rest. This is going to be a passing play. He's got a man, and that one I am going to just blame on the fog. It was number 5. Pass intended for Dustin Thomas. Supposed to be open. The ball looked to be in his vicinity, and just nothing happened.
2nd down.
It looks like South is bringing their zone coverage up now. I'm interested to see the North can throw in the middle and move the chain.
If you want to throw over the middle, you'll be mimicking Andrew Luck, who just did that for a 9-yard touchdown error on 14-0 Colts. They look like they're on their way. There's a handoff over the middle, and it's going to be a pickup of a few. So it should set up a 3rd and about 7 from inside the 35. I think it looks to be that way.
Yeah.
So mixing up their talent there back in the backfield. Another handoff. This is number 4. He's going to sneak through. And still, there are coming out of first down. Versus Bayon doing what he does, which is move forward, pick up yardage.
Keep going with your hot hand. Keep feeding them.
And one of the key Patriots fans will be playing the next weekend at 1 o'clock on Sunday, just as that's why that's been decided. So we said we're trying to give you NFL updates here as we get them and throughout the game. Tariq Shaw's in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off there, and it's going to be close. Looking like he got the first down. So this drive's going to stay alive. South player is looking unhappy, which means he can confirm it is indeed a first down for the North. They are.
He ran off the field right after he got the
first down. First and 10.
They're dangerously approaching that 20-yard mark.
Well, as far as 28, they have a little bit more space to go. That's going to be a pass.
Pass is incomplete and coming from number 7.
Tried to pull it in anyway, and it couldn't.
I appreciate the fact they're trying to throw it, but they are trying to throw it to the slot man. You need to get the ball out in front. We need to score quickly here.
Especially compliment Andrew Luck. He throws an interception, returns for a touchdown.
Wow.
Titans now.
Second down and 10.
14-7. They're going to have to do a lot of that with Mariota. Mariota, former NUC quarterback Marcus Mariota, out for the game. He did not start. He will not play.
Blaine Gabbert is 15 yards so far.
Looks like a Blaine Gabbert type of day. We have a second and 10 here from the 30. That's going to be a keeper play for Drake Shaw. It's worked decently well. Gain of about 6 as they get inside the 45 and set up another third down. You know, it's a positive that the North is moving the ball.
You're going to have to pass the ball if you want to catch up when you're down 3 scores.
Now started with the ball to begin the fourth, but it's in North State. We're almost halfway through the fourth. That pass is back on the far sideline. Looks like a first down though, the way the pile moves.
Looks like that's enough for a first down. I think.
Play there. And it's going to move the chains again. So now here's that territory you've been talking about.
First down. First and 10.
North is in the red zone, and that may be
completed to number 5, I believe.
But we'll find out. The red zone for the North has been where the red
literally.
Sorry, number 8.
The red zone indeed, and I think the South did that on strategy to let them get that first there.
Handoff number 4 and
number 8 on the run.
Football was out there for a little bit. I thought maybe it could have been stripped there, but it wasn't. So credit there.
Gain of about 3, second down.
Hernandez looks like on the carry. Going to set up a second down. Hernandez remained out there. He lined up as a receiver.
Yeah, really successful putting him in a running back and having him take the run.
The ball right here, defense!
Sean, the shotgun's going to hand it off.
Before the carrier, and he is met in the hole by number 30.
I can't tell what number it was. So I'm sure Bayard Jr. doesn't remember either.
Just as we mentioned, he got crushed. And it's going to set up an interesting 3rd and 5 from 12. So you have to wonder if it's going to be an interception or if we're going to get a 4th down or something really for the end zone. Oh, the pass is going to go to the end zone. And it is the end. Touchdown for a touchdown. There's a celebration on the opposing sideline. And that's going to be a touchdown for the North.
That's a Chris Karras.
Chris Karras on the wheel route.
Looks like number 8.
Looks like it might have been.
Maybe Karras
here.
Oh, Karras Hernandez?
It was number 13, I think.
So Giuseppe.
It's really hard to tell. It was in the corner of the end zone on the far side. Either way,
it was Giuseppe Elton Peter. 13.
Okay. So a touchdown for him. And the North strikes a little bit closer. Now they're going to use the kicking game, which, if you remember back in the first quarter, is something that's done in football. And North is going to attempt the extra point here to try and make this a 10-point game. So here's the extra point. Number 32 on for the North.
I'm pretty sure Willie Johnson is clocking the other kick.
Willie Johnson.
I get the kick, you don't.
Yeah, he's like, let me kick for you guys. I'll get more points.
The rest are just saying it's good. They can't see.
That's one. Yeah. A great kick there by Willie Johnson. And it's 24 to 14. 13 left. North
brings their score 14-24.
Panic yet if you're the South. But the North stays alive. And South will look to answer. Now, the interesting thing about that, because you have the touchdown, is that if South gets down the field, they would probably not have gone for the field goal anyway. That would make it a 2-possession. It would make it a 3-possession game. So now you're talking about South basically needs to score a touchdown to put the game away. They're probably not going to hold the ball for 6 minutes. They had it set up at the 15-yard line. We don't understand what special teams are that well. You can't pass.
Ball carrier number 14 around the end. The other side can get at the end of the play.
On the head.
It's a bad late hit because it's going to give him a first down. And it's going to move the ball.
Or the refs are not going to call it because it's too foggy outside. Oh, no, they did call it.
There's the flag. Yeah, they threw the flag. So it should be a personal foul.
Big ball.
But either way, it's a first down and ball at about the
Turnover here.
either stop or a turnover out of the shotgun. And handoff.
Oh.
You got a hole there. Actually turned into not
23 on the carry.
It looks like the hole is bigger than it was. It got caught.
Gain of 4, second down.
It's second down and about 6.
Well, Ethan Boyd on the left side just completely pancaked the defender. And that's what created the hole, but you're right. I'm kind of surprised the running back wasn't able to make more of it.
The Cal has in store here. Second and 6 from the 39.
It's like Jacob Danner in there running back.
And there's the clock snap.
Wow.
Handoff to 20.
First down.
23 with the extra effort dragging his tackle around. That's enough for a foul. First down.
No running game. The fourth with the carry there for first.
It's third. There are a lot of Michael Holmes out there.
By the way,
What is that insect?
it's Mike Lewis. He's trying to make a name for himself regardless. And we have an enormous dragonfly.
The dragon.
Yeah. Well, dinosaurs before the end of this game.
Ooh.
Mike Holmes again, the outside.
Great tackle.
23 on the carry. No gain. Tackle loss of 1.
And then we have we'll see if North can get that before this one starts.
I'd like to see a gusty play action fake here by Edgecombe. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Second and 11 when they see it on third down. Second down. 2 on the bottom, spread out. Edgecomb's there. You got 2 in the backfield with and 1 on top. And you know what's his left passing play?
Oh!
Great play again. You'll never get through that play. Number 20, Amadal Kilimano. We said his name. I wish I could just have it recorded at this point. Another nice play to break. Ever since he's had Kilimano lined up with him as wide receiver, we have not seen him a lot in the passing game.
That's a good call. Still monitoring all over the field. And now he wants up against the other threat, which is Jalen Dixon.
Third and 11, fourth down. Or third down, sorry. Third and 11. Third and 11 to the left side. Doesn't look like they're going to be left here.
Oh my God.
Break the feed tackle. They made something out of nothing.
Wow.
They fell about 2 yards.
That's Camry on the run. I think that was,
That was down Camry again out of.
Alright, I was right. 4 minutes.
North uses their final timeout. 4 minutes punters.
I think it's the same person. The kicker and the punter.
We'll see. Number 20 is back punted away. And big number 69 coming off of he is a very nice game as a lineman. He has really shut things down in his end of the field. So this one's going to be, he hit the 20. It's going to go all the way to the 7. And anyone gets that kind of ball will
Inside the 5.
Really can't afford to keep running the ball.
I have a sense that this might end in an interception.
Wheel route to the flats. What do you know?
Yeah, they're trying to. They're going
Pass to the outside.
be a desperate enough right.
Stopped immediately. Loss of a couple.
And now that
Second down.
South at this point kind of lean back here and control the field a little bit, especially when you're pinned back this seat. Well, the clock winds down here on the final game. We've seen a little bit of everything. We almost saw a safety earlier, and that was called back. We also almost saw a defensive fumble touchdown. That was also called back. But we have seen a couple of pick sixes in this game. We've seen some deep touchdown passes. We've seen a lot of turnovers and penalties throughout the day. To be expected when you just met your teammates a couple of days ago. And mostly we've seen the South leading. They are looking to wrap up a sweep here, second year in a row on Florida's grounds. Last year in Daytona Beach they did it. Here in Daytona Beach they're trying to do it. That's pass number 1.
Wow. Brilliant play by defense there. Number 2, that's Nathan Hill.
Pretty quickly. Game of
Yeah,
7,
down
down and 10.
We get back to the original one. Absolutely. We've seen a lot of good players showcased here in this game. A lot of opportunity. You know, one thing I will give them they've done a
Pass incomplete. Almost
the other
picked
would be coaches for the job that they've done, getting players on the field and getting them in situations where they can make plays again. 4th and 10. The fat lady is officially on the field. She might start singing in a second here. Here's the 4th down. Now they're in end zone. And there's a throw. And it is by number 7.
Another pick six.
And he got a touchdown that looks
off. One for touchdown.
and it is. Second pick six of the game. Terrell, making interception on the previous play. Gets the interception on this play, takes it all the way back for a touchdown. And in case you weren't sure, that's just about to do it. It's going to be now 30-14. If ever there is time for an extra point, this would be it. But I don't think we're going to do that. I think they're going to go for 2, and maybe if 5th time's the charm, they'll convert the 2-point conversion. Just 30-14. We're pending an extra point, which on the south side of things is probably a 2-point conversion.
Oh, they are.
And here you go.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
Like you bought a new car, being unveiled for the first time is the South kicking game. And it looks like number 4, is that Dylan Cambry?
It is Cambry.
Cambry attempting an extra point. So this kind of gives us a conclusion in that I don't think that they had a kicker. And Cambry wouldn't know it. Takes the extra point just the game away. So there you go. When in doubt, if you don't understand.
Is that the same year as the Flutie drop kick? No, that was 2007.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So Flutie is already 67 years old.
That's true.
So here we go, North.
Well, I'd make a bet that he'd be out there kicking before the South kickers.
Absolutely. I'm just excited South will be able to get an extra point there. You're going to see a wide receiver doing it like that every time. That's an incomplete pass.
Pass completed for number 1.
Winding down. This is the 5th. Down Cambry, though. Great job with that extra point. Puts the game away officially. And on 2nd down, we Shaw looking over the middle. That is going to be a big hit. Incomplete. In all 3 of these games, we get to see a victory formation. That might be something we're going to see shortly.
Good call.
There's a pass over number 6.
It's caught.
Immediately, I'm going to be...
Go! He's gone!
Pass completed for number 7. Stepping on the sideline.
Can't tell.
Supposed to be that way. Clock running. We're under 2 minutes now. But a 4th down of 40. So once again, North finding this kind of...
And they run the ball.
Interesting.
Wow. Nice tackle by number
21 carry.
That's Derek Butler Jr.
Alabama. Straight consecutive year in national championship. Pretty impressive.
Absolutely crazy. We may be seeing some of these players one day playing for school like Alabama. We've seen it before. So there's a pass over number 8.
Caught.
Pass completed number 8.
Paris for small. We're under a minute here.
Will be 3rd and 9. Parents at the conclusion of tonight's game, the center of the field.
How do they play off here? 3rd and 9 for Shaw. Tariq Shaw with the throw there. That's going to be parity to drop it.
Pass incomplete. Center for number 8.
Barely. Okay. Down. The clock has cleared up a little bit here.
But
And we are
there's no point.
running off the clock here. The final 10 seconds. It looks like they are officially short.
South has completed the sweep.
This game is going to be over, and that brings the 2nd game down here in the senior game. South 31, North 14 as your final. It's been another year of the NUC Showcase. This one was live from New Smyrna Beach Sportsplex. It was a pleasure having everyone listening today. Again, your final score, South 31, North 14, and everyone have a great night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one. Yes, sir.